WTIM. Welcome to the WTIM Morning Show. I'm your host, Avery Cooper. Your street brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark. People's bank and trust. They put people first. Well, the Taylorville Public Library is always connecting with the community and providing resources to educate and entertain the public. I have Director of the Taylorville Public Library, Ryan Reitmeyer, in studio. Great to have you back here, Ryan.
Hello. Nice to be back.
Great to have you back in studio. You know, speaking of connecting with the community, you've got a lot of great labs and kits available for kids. Tell me a little bit about your preschool lab for April 11th.
Yeah, sure. So generally speaking, we try and get labs of all ages around, and so we kind of just rotate through them to make sure we get everyone. So on April 11th, we have an insect lab, and it's essentially just to kind of get to know the insects, get to know bugs, get to kind of get a little delve into a little bit sciencey. Nothing too serious, and it's really just informal and meant to get kids kind of involved and at least interested and kind of learning the basics of insects. Like you learn like arthropods and spiders and all this stuff. So it's really simple. It's kind of like that. And just to get to learn the language too.
Yeah, and you also have another lab for birds too.
Oh yeah,
the same thing. I guess what's something unique that they might learn about when they pick up a preschool lab April 18th?
Sure. So what's something we really try and do is focus on local stuff. So you'll learn kind of about the local birds that are around here. What's flying around in Manners Park? You know, what can we call them? What's our state bird? That kind of stuff. We really try and turn it locally just so when folks look outside or kids look outside, they're like, oh, look, I know it's a blue jay out in my backyard, you know? Right. And that's really the most exciting stuff about preschool, because again, everything's new to them, you know, they're learning every day. So, and everything's got that wonder that children have, which I love. So
I might learn something new right here. Do you know what the state bird is?
I think it's a cardinal.
It is a cardinal. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I think so. I mean, I'll double check. I'll fact check that.
Yeah. Okay. That's like a Joe Rogan podcast fact check. Jamie, pull it up. Yeah.
Anyway, is there anything else that people need to know about? Any registration information for these preschool labs, insects or birds?
Just make sure that if you are interested in attending and you want to bring your kid, that you register beforehand. It's not essential. It just helps us to know numbers. So we don't want to have something planned for 20, 30 people and then 50 people show up, you know? So it's just nice to get numbers. If you're unable to register, just send us an email. We'll get you in.
Absolutely. It is, by the way, Northern Cardinal is the state bird.
Nice.
You had it.
Look at that.
And so along the side, the hands-on type activities, you have another activity April 11th. It's a do-it-yourself kit. Tell me a little bit about it.
Sure. Yeah. These really blew up during COVID. They're called take and make kind of kits. And during COVID, the library did a really good job of just, again, folks weren't able to come in, right? Everything was closed down. So we just kind of put stuff out so folks could take home and work on it. So that's exactly what this is. It's a how to learn Morse code on your bracelet. You can write a little message in Morse code, like I love you or hello or something like that. And again, it's just to get your kids active, get their hands moving, get thinking about it and get crafty.
Yeah.
Because that's something you don't see much nowadays, honestly.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I've been wondering, do you know Morse code at all?
Oh gosh, no. No.
Me either.
I it's something I'd love to learn, or at least kind of know, but I feel like it's kind of just aging out, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's why it's something really cool, something that maybe they normally wouldn't see and have an opportunity to use. And then they can, instead of passing notes in class, they can Morse.
They can tap the answers or something.
Tap it out.
Yeah. We've all been there.
We've all been there. That's right. So, and again, I would imagine you'd like some just to know how many people are going to pick up.
Yeah, just so we know how many we need to make and how many we have prepared. It's really helpful. Yeah.
All right. And then April 13th, gosh, you guys are busy this month.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of stuff.
You have a movie coming up, a movie night. Tell me a little bit about it.
So this is Doolittle. It's the new one with Robert Downey Jr., which if you haven't seen is really good. It's hilarious, by the way. And really, we just host one movie night a month to get folks in, get folks chatting. And kids really like it. They see their friends. They get excited. Really informal. And again, it's just one of those things that it's nice to offer because nice little snack, nice little getaway, and parents really enjoy it. They don't have to watch their kids for a few hours. They can sit back, relax, and just kind of have a good day out, right? And it's free, which is always the best. So,
also, kids painting night, 5 p.m. April 20th.
Yeah.
What are you guys painting?
Oh, this one is, I think it's a Happy Panda. Yep. And so our painting nights are actually like our most successful nights. We do adult painting nights and our room is full. Like 20 or 30 adults just in there painting, and they're really successful. So definitely bring your kids, get involved with painting night. It's been a lot of fun seeing folks get into it and get better throughout each month. They get better and better. And again, it's free. The library pays for everything. So
When is your next adult painting night?
That's a great question. It'll be next month. You'll have to look on our website. I'm not
Okay.
sure if we've locked down the date yet. We usually have like an instructor kind of come and show how to do it too. So you follow along, like kind of like Bob Ross, where he shows how to follow along with it. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So these are all events that are coming up in April. And again, registration information, TaylorvilleLibrary.org. You can also call, this number is correct, I'm assuming, 217-824-4736. That's 824-4736. And of course, when you think of the Taylorville Public Library, you can't neglect the main thing a library is all about, which is reading and books.
Yeah.
And something that I think maybe not everyone would know unless they've been into a library over the past couple of years is that a lot of the stuff that you guys are doing is digital.
Yeah.
How is that developed over the past 5 years or so?
Yeah, like right before this, we were talking about how Shelbyville does a lot of great digital stuff. And we're the same. All libraries are kind of jumping into that digital space. If you look at our website, we have audiobooks. You can sign up with your library card. We have digital ebooks you can read on your Kindle with your library card. And that's all free and stuff you can do at home. If you need any help, we have guides on our website too. We're happy to answer the phone and get you through. Or if you want to come in on your Kindle and we can get it all set up on your Kindle too. We have folks do that all the time. But it's a game changer, and it really kind of is distinguishing between you don't have to like make a drive to the library to get the stuff you want. It's all available at your fingertips a lot of the time on your phone, on your Kindle, and it's super easy. The downside is a lot of the newer books sometimes will have a wait for them, which is obviously the downside of having that be a free service. But a lot of the time we do our best to make sure those are available, and we have plenty of copies. So
let me get this straight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have to leave my house to check out a book from the Taylorville Public Library.
No, you do not. It's wild. And a lot of the time, if we don't have it digitally, you can just request it. We'll get it off the shelf for you and have it ready. And folks know our front desk staff. They're amazing. They'll have it ready for you. You walk in, they'll see you, and they'll just go and hand it to you. I mean, you're all good. So really, we make it as easy as we can. We try to, at least, to make it so you can get in and get out as quickly as possible.
So how would I reserve a book that I can pick up in person?
Sure. So yeah, you go to our website, and then you go to our share catalog. You'll see it up top, and you just start looking through our catalog, and you click request. We'll get it off the shelves, and we see who requested. We see the name. We'll get it off the shelf and put it ready right for you. So you just walk up, say, "Hey, I'm Ryan," or a lot of the time we already know you, and we'll have it ready for you. And again, our front desk staff are exceptional. They're amazing.
What about non-book items? Maybe movies, or even I know some libraries rent video games.
Yeah, we do too. We've been really jumping into the Switch games. We have a Nintendo Switch we circulate too. So if someone's interested in trying out a new game, circulate the Switch. You can have it for 2 weeks, and it's all free too. So we generally have been really, really good about staying up to date with DVDs too. I don't watch many DVDs anymore. I'm a streaming guy mostly, but a lot of folks do. And so we have a lot of new DVDs as well. And that's something we really have been trying to stay up to date in the last month with. Because it's just so hard to stay up to date with all the new movies coming out, right?
Right.
And especially because things hit DVD at a very weird time now. It's like they used to come out instantly. Right now, it takes like 3 months after streaming or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, so we have all of that available too. So really anything you're interested in, any kind of media you want to consume, we have in some way, some form or another. And if we don't, let us know. We'd love to get it for you.
I know something I've noticed, this is a little bit off track, but I just kind of on what you mentioned about streaming and whatnot is I noticed Avatar 2 is now you can own it on a stream. You know what I mean? You don't own a physical copy, but you can watch it anytime. And that's becoming more prevalent in movie industry too.
A lot of libraries are doing streaming kits too, where and this is something we're looking into, and I would bet in the next year we'll hopefully have, you have a little like a Fire Stick or like some stick like that, and you just have HBO Max on it, right? So someone could check it out, and then they have a stick with HBO Max on it.
Right.
It's pretty handy stuff. It's just kind of new tech, and we're seeing where it goes for libraries. But yeah, I think in the next year or two, we'll probably have something like that where, I don't want to buy Disney Plus. I can just go to the library, rent out a stick that has Disney Plus on it, and I can watch whatever I want for that week, right?
Right.
That way you don't have to pay for it for a month.
That's especially good if there's some like one show on a certain service that you're dying to watch.
Which is honestly what you do nowadays, because there's like 80 streaming services, and you can't have all those. They're ridiculous.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
It becomes way too much money.
Well, I want to talk more about the Taylorville Public Library and all the great resources they have to offer, and how you can have a Taylorville Public Library card with Director Ryan Reitmeyer after this short time out. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first.
WTIM.
It's the WTIM morning show. I'm your host, Avery Cooper. Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. Always do better with Landmark. People's Bank and Trust. They put people first. I have Taylorville Public Library Director Ryan Reitmeyer in studio. And before we went to break, we talked about all the great benefits that you have when you have a Taylorville Public Library card. So, Ryan, how can I get my hands on a public library card?
Sure. Yeah. So there are tons of options. If you live in town and you have a kid, first off, your kid might already be signed up. We work with every major school to try. I think every major school except St. Mary's, which we're going to be working with very soon, to sign them up for a library card automatically. So the minute your kid gets into Vision Way or anything, we try and get their library card put into the system right away. Which just means you don't have to come here and do all the paperwork and stuff and do all that, which is really useful. And it really was, that was done to help support the school libraries, which funding for school libraries is tough. So really that kind of bolsters their collection. They can use ours in some instances when they don't have the books they need. So really living in Taylorville is number one. But we also do out of city cards, which they're $57, which is legally we have to charge that. But honestly, we do everything we can to make it free for you.
Yeah.
When you walk in the library, we really want to make it so you don't have to pay a single dollar on anything. And that's kind of our goal. That's why we're fine free now on almost everything. If it's late, you won't get charged a fine. You just bring it back and you're all good. We just want our item back, really. We don't want to charge you. So really, we're trying to remove every barrier possible to get that library card. And we've seen numbers go up really well. So come on in and get it. It's real easy.
Well, I live in Taylorville. I'm ready to go get my library card. What do I need to bring with me to the library?
Sure. A lot of the time, really just one ID is all you need. Especially if it says where you live, that's all we need. Otherwise, a piece of mail with your address. Really we do what we can to make it as easy as possible. We're not like the DMV where you need like 18 different things. Our DMV is great. I'm not bashing them, but where you need like 18 different items and stuff like that. Really, we just need one thing that shows your address, proof that you live in Taylorville, and then you're all good.
It's okay. I'm a general DMV basher, not our DMV.
Our DMV is great. The staff there are wonderful. But
yeah,
the general DMV bashing.
The general idea of the DMV is kind of rough. But anyway,
I'm from Champaign. It's not. It was rough there.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, lines.
I will take our DMV any day of the week. Anyway, so great. So just bring that information to the Taylorville Public Library, and if you live in Taylorville, it doesn't cost a thing. That's great. So one of the other things you mentioned to me off air is how Taylorville Public Library works with Explore More Illinois. Tell me how that works.
Yeah, sure. So it's essentially just a service that partners with libraries around Illinois, all up down the state, in Chicagoland, all the way down to Edwardsville. And it essentially gets you discounted prices on museums, like I'm trying to think of other things, zoos, aquariums, just all that kind of stuff. So like Shit Aquarium, they might have a discounted price for that. Very wide effort to make those services cheaper. So all you have to do is have a library card with Taylorville. And so, for example, we've gotten really great tickets to go see like Shed Aquarium for like $2 one time, and it's on our website. It'll pop up automatically. Click on it and see and take a look what you want to do with your family, because you can get really good deals and not have to spend a lot of money.
Right. I'm seeing on exploremoreil.com hunting, fishing information.
Yeah.
Are we talking like discounted license fees here?
That's a great question. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think it might just be locations where you're going, because we would have lines out the wazoo if that's the case. People will be loving that. But yeah, it really is awesome. I've used it only once, and we have got it recently. So it's something we really hyped about, and it's we got it because a library card holder mentioned it.
Wow.
They said, "Hey, have you heard about this?" We just looked into it and it was like, "This is a great idea." So again, anyone in the community, if you see something similar that we don't do, we'd love to do it. Let us know. We'll pick it up and do it if we can.
Well, as you get into the summer months, especially with kids getting out of school, I want to know what you're maybe are looking forward to over the next few months.
Sure. So every summer, those that have done it before are familiar. We do a summer reading program like every major library. It's kind of just a big thing to get kind of kids involved with crafts and art and thinking and kind of some get their thoughts moving during the summer. And this year, I think we're still locking down exactly what format that'll be, but we're kind of putting out feelers, getting donations, getting signups ready, and it's always quite large. So again, especially in the summer, if your kids are bored and then they're just at home sitting around, look into it. It's free, and keep your kid busy, and they have a lot of fun. They see all their friends, and we have regulars that come in all the time, all during the whole summer reading to do everything. We'll do minutes for reading too, and we'll have prizes if you read X amount of minutes. Yeah, it's real in depth and real awesome, and the kids all love it.
Yeah.
And it keeps them busy during the summer, which is the hardest stuff to do nowadays.
No kidding. Yeah, and it keeps them off the video game consoles all day.
And we want them there too. You know, a lot of folks, it's tough to be a kid and find a place that people want you to be. You know, people get annoyed at you, but we want you there. You know, we want you to have fun. We want you to be in the building. So.
All right. And also just another reminder that there's a lot of great activities at the Taylorville Public Library. Coming up soon, the preschool lab for insects, 10:30 a.m. April 11th. Also another lab for birds, April 18th at 10:30 in the morning. And don't forget the Morse code keychain bracelet kit, April 11th. There's a movie showing April 13th at 1 and 5 p.m. showing Doolittle, which Ryan says is a great movie.
It's hilarious.
I haven't seen it yet. I love Robert Downey Jr., so maybe I'll go.
It's good. Definitely watch it.
All right. And then also the Kids Edition Paint Night, 5 p.m. April 20th. We got about 30 seconds, Ryan. Anything else that you'd like to include?
Definitely, if you're interested, sign up. And if we're not doing something you see other libraries do that you'd like to see us do, reach out. My email is director@taylorvillelibrary.org, and I'd love to improve the library, improve your guys' lives any way I can. So.
All right. That is Director of the Taylorville Public Library, Ryan Reitmeyer. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Your stream brought to you by Landmark of Taylorville. You'll always do better with Landmark, and People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first. You'll find the streams on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook or on YouTube at WTIM TV. Also, you can listen to WTIM anytime online at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.